Just wanted to hop on and do a quick little rant or just kind of like self-reflection, lessons learned over the past couple of weeks. So I've talked about boundaries before, and I feel like it's kind of easier to do in more interpersonal relationships because you feel closer to the person. You feel more comfortable to be able to, have these more difficult conversations. But I think the same thing applies to like other relationships. For instance, work and oh god. I literally just experienced something today where it was like extracurricular physical fitness instances. So for the first instance with work, I'll tell you a little story. If you're not aware, a lot of the tech industries have been laying off folks, and because my company is a service company to the tech industry, we also let a bunch of people go to respond to these layoffs. So, as a result, a lot of people had to cover down for people that were let go, obviously, and I had to cover down for a team. Me and another girl had to cover down for a team that we were both on before, pick up the work that they had, relearn the work, because it had been like, for me, it'd been like, I don't know, a year and a half since I was last on this team. Relearn the work, pick it up, and then decide how this process was going to be for our team moving forward, and then develop a training and then train people for it. So naturally, like during this moment of chaos and lots of feelings, because people are like 70% of our company got let go, there was going to be like some speed bumps along the way with the projects that we covered for, because it was essentially like another job that was added on. And there's one project in particular that has been a real pain in the butt. That hasn't been going well, of course. And there was a team member that was getting on people's nerves. And no one was saying anything. That is, until I stepped in. I got a bit of pushback, but I stood my ground, and as a result, I think things have been running a bit more smoothly, at least internally. The project is still kind of up in flames, but it should be ending by tomorrow. And the old me would have been like,
okay, don't rock the boat, just freaking do the work, swallow your pride, and just finish the project.
But like in this instance, this person was just not being fair, and boundaries just needed to be respected. If I wasn't going to speak up, like no one else was going to. So second instance, I want to talk about boundaries in fitness culture. Though I think it's really important to stay physically active, to take care of your body, to push yourself so that you can stay healthy. Everybody's threshold is different, and one person's limit or boundary might be taken as a weakness to someone else. And that's definitely something that I have experienced when I was in Army ROTC, and it's just like generally the culture like in the military, from what I have experienced, is to just push through the pain because you'll be a better person for it, right? And there's obviously there's some truth to that, but I think there's also a lot of truth in being able to listen to your body and knowing your limits, and being able to accept that people might see you as weak. People might not agree with what you're doing, but at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's dealing with this body. You're going to be dealing with these consequences. So just being able to speak your truth. Obviously, don't do it in like a jackass way, but speak your truth, stand your ground, and accept that not everyone's going to get it, and that's okay. Like, for example, I started a new sport, and I just have not had the best luck with getting back into shape. Late last year, or really the latter half of last year, I was just traveling a bunch, so my fitness routine went to shit, and I've been trying to get back into it, but I've been working through injuries. So I messed up my thumb late last year, and I rolled my ankle about a month ago, and I had some skin issues because I started jiu-jitsu. So there's been a lot of inconsistencies, which obviously isn't the best when you're trying to build something regular and you're trying to get better at something. But every time I've gone back into jiu-jitsu to try to work through my rolled ankle recently, it's ended up being worse, right? And I feel bad because I feel this pressure to keep going because I want to get better. I'm seeing people that started later than me already getting better and ahead of me, and that's not a good feeling. But, I also got to listen to my body and notice that the last 2 times that I was in, I was limping out. And my ankle was like way worse than what it was when I first walked in, and I was like having a hard time going downstairs and just like walking around the house. Like, it's just not fun. And I wanted to be able to listen to my body and be like, it needs more of a rest. It's okay if I skip a little bit, because how can I get better from a broken body? But some people have a different mentality where they will work through the injuries, where they will work through less than ideal circumstances, because that's what makes them strong. That is their idea of strong, and they're committed to whatever it is that they're working to, whether it's weightlifting, jiu-jitsu, whatever. They're committed to it, and they're willing to work through those injuries. Whereas me, being someone that has been forced to work through injuries, and as a result, like, had to go to physical therapy for a year and a half for my back when I was a teenager still, like when I just started college, and still having back issues now, that's not something that I want to deal with. Learn that people will judge you no matter what. If you please one person, you're gonna displease another person, so you might as well do what you want to do and accept that you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That was a long rant, and I think a little bit more aggressive and hard and fast at you than I normally am, but I was feeling a bit, I was feeling it today. I was like, I got something to say. So, yeah, stick to your guns. It'll be okay. And the people that matter will still be there at the end of the day. Okay. Goodbye!